Alright, and we're back with Jonna. I have, before, on the previous footage, I was going to tell you that she wanted a relaxer, and I told her that she didn't have to have a relaxer and let's try the Silk Fusion. So you saw her texture when I had her at the wet bar. Now we're back in my suite doing her finishing. I've done my Silk Fusion technique on her. Look at the strands. Technically, she is still oil free. All she has on her hair is 2 leave-on conditioners and a silk amino, and using ceramic fusion. Looks like a relaxer, but this is all naturally curly hair, coily hair, however you want to address it, wavy hair. We went in, we double detoxed her, and then we rehydrated her, and then we applied some silk amino, and we put some leave-in conditioners that had a lot of cationic agents in it. A lot of big words, but that's what the Food and Drug Administration defines them as. So I went in and shaped her, gave her a seamless layer cut so she has some shape and definition to her style. And now I'm going to do the final thing and finish her with my ceramic iron for her style. This process can be repeated every 7 to 14 days. I don't recommend going past 14 days depending on how active you are in your lifestyle and how high maintenance you are. You know, don't go past 14 days without getting your hair shampooed. If you're a woman of color, of brown skin, you know, depending on how rapidly oil fills your hair, you know. Because, you know, it's 2 parts. It's not just healthy hair starts with a healthy scalp. So if your scalp is not healthy, your strands are not going to be healthy because your strands have to come out your scalp first. Notice there's no lines of demarcation as I'm striking the hair with my ceramic iron. Currently in the salon environment, they're calling this hot sets, because there have been more traditional wet setting techniques to arrive at this finish. I will say that Silk Fusion is not just limited to what we define as women of color. This can be done on women of Asian descent, of Latin descent, Caucasians. It does not matter. All that matters is you have hair that's coming out of your scalp. And I will admit that Jonna came in already probably about 90% natural. She had a little form of permanent hair color and relaxer on about 10% of her hair. And she opted back to go to a relaxer out of frustration because here in the Southeast we've had more than our share of rain this season. And for some natural hair clients, they were getting frustrated and giving up because they was worrying about their hair swelling. But what I orientated and educated Jonna on is the fact that if you apply the proper hydration inside the hair and stop trying to hydrate the hair from the outside in instead of from the inside out, it will retard the hair's desire to swell because of lack of moisture. In layman's terms, if you go to a buffet and you're hungry and you put everything on your plate and you get full quick, you're not going to want it anymore. But if you apply it in doses, and you're going to realize, hey, I can sample a little bit of everything, and I won't be binging. So pretty much that's what the hair does when it swells, when you're natural with Silk Fusion. Your hair is binging because the proper moisture balance is not in the hair. Does not mean you can go out and just stand in the rain. Now, use common sense, but however, when the proper fusion, when fusion is properly done and hydration is properly infused inside of the hair instead of on top of the hair, it reduces the hair's ability to swell because it's in an environment of moisture. In other words, you know you don't go to the grocery store hungry because you're going to put everything in your buggy. How much time do we have?
4:40.
We have 4:40, so let me speed up and stop talking. Thus far, Jonna, let's give our Cyber City, our people out in Cyberland, a testimony. Thus far, how do you feel about how your hair feels and is performing thus far?
I'm loving it.
After feeling it and looking at it, I'm glad I didn't get a perm.
Glory.
And I just love the texture and just how it feels and how it looks.
I must say she does have she has a beautiful head of hair. The density of her hair is just, you know, it's a hairstylist's dream, you know. She has a very dense, and that what other people call thick. What density is the number of strands of hair in per square inch of scalp. So she has a lot of hair strands in her square inches of scalp. So that's not a bad thing. And now that we're not making her codependent on chemicals, you know, or that cause physical changes in the hair, she possibly could have this same density throughout her lifespan, give or take, you know, nothing catastrophic happens. And, you know, we believe in God that that's not going to happen in the name. So somebody out there hit the tambourine real quick for me and stand in agreement with us. Notice how I tilted her head to the side and her hair just fell to the side. And mind you, I have no holding spray on her hair. I could, because, you know, the right holding spray has buffers in there to help protect the hair from thermal styling, but I'm already there because the conditioning agents that I have had and the ceramic fusion has this cuticle laid down so flat and tight till, you know, we already have protected barriers, because if one of the silkomelones does have silicone, and silicone is a heat conductor and heat regulator. From start to finish with since I allowed Jonna to, at the wet bar, to rehydrate. This is my first time styling her. I let her rehydrate about 7 minutes. And then, you know, pretty much with her length of hair, with the shampoo cut and the fusion, the silkout out of her natural hair, this is pretty much a 90-minute service here at Rhythm Hair Studio. But right now we're at about a little bit over 90 minutes. Not mad about that, because still, how many salons do you go in across the country when you can be in and out with a quality service? You can come out with a quick service, but a quality service in 120 minutes or 90 minutes or 60 minutes. That gives you time to, you know, just imagine you can go to play date, you can go to happy hour, you can go to girls' night out. How beautiful is that, to leave work and have your change of clothes in the car and come to the salon and be ready to go out for a night on the town and be just high glam ready. How many minutes are we at? How many do we have left?
7:52.
7:52, so we have like 3 minutes left. Great. Just loving it. And as I always say, you know, I like to use intelligent choices for beautiful solutions. And so I'm a lab rat too, because I do research and development for companies with my consulting business. I test products, and I eat, sleep, and breathe this. This is what I was called to do, you know. I'm on a national campaign. I'm on a global campaign for women to have beautiful hair without having to be in pain to get it, you know. There's been a saying in the industry, especially for women of color in the salon, you know, it takes a little pain to be beautiful. That's an old wives' tale. It doesn't take pain to be beautiful. No hairstylist can make you beautiful. All a hairstylist can do is make you glamorous. Once again, there is no oil on that hair. And as you can see, that this hair is shining like silk. That's why I call it silking out. I don't call it pressing. I'm finishing doing my heat setting. I'm going to give those other curls a few minutes to cool down.
You're at 9 minutes.
Okay. So I'm just going to mist her hair with a little styling spray. For style memory, I'm still going to have combability. Don't like plastic combs, like bone combs or microband combs. Look at that. Mind you, this just didn't happen because I silked her out. This is a true hair shape. I cut this. This is designed to go like this. And one of the beautiful things that here at Rhythm Hair Studio, we have large mirrors so our clients can see us. We don't try to hide what we do. There's no pony trick. We're not snake oil salesmen here, you know. But this is an interactive hair environment where we want our clients to see how we're shaping their hair and styling their hair. Because if you do a bad job, they're going to say we did it. If we do a great job, they're going to say we did it. And this is my finished product on Jana with Silk Fusion.